What if skipping a meal could make your skin clearer, your mind sharper, and your jeans a little looser?
Hey friends, welcome back to the Cozy Catch Up where we talk about health, happiness, and living your best life in your 40s and beyond. I'm Leah.
And I'm Stephanie, and today we're diving into a topic the internet can't stop talking about. It's intermittent fasting.
As registered nurses, we've seen most of the fad diets that our coworkers and us have tried throughout the years, and some of which have led to blood sugar roller coasters, energy crashes, stress snacking, but one has stood the test of time. That's intermittent fasting.
So, in this episode, we're going to break down what intermittent fasting actually does for your body and how to do it safely without going into extreme diet mode. Although we are registered nurses, this podcast is for informational purposes only. Always check with your healthcare provider before trying anything new.
Stick around to the end because we're giving you 5 cozy nurse-approved tips to make your fasting journey easier, gentler, and way more doable. If you've ever tried intermittent fasting, hit the like button below. Let's start simple. Intermittent fasting, or IF, is really not a diet.
Exactly. It's less about what you eat and more about when you eat. Think of it like giving your metabolism a little spa day, a break from constantly digesting.
Here are the most popular styles of intermittent fasting. We have the 16-8 method. First, you fast 16 hours, then you eat within an 8-hour window. The 5-2 method is eating normally 5 days a week and then eating lightly 2 days a week, like 5 to 600 calories, those light eating days. And then we have the eat, stop, eat method, a 24-hour fast, completely no food, once or twice a week.
I usually do the 16-8 method, and honestly, it's not as hard as it sounds. The key is easing into it and finding ways to not think about food every 5 minutes. All right, so let's talk about the science-backed benefits. First up, insulin sensitivity. When you fast, insulin levels drop and your body can now finally tap into that stored fat, meaning your body stops holding on to that sugar from last week's dessert.
Then there's autophagy, that fancy Greek word meaning self-eating. It's basically your body's internal janitorial service, cleaning out old cells so newer, healthier ones can shine. And that's where the glow up comes in. Less inflammation often means more clear skin.
Plus, fasting can boost norepinephrine, a natural energizer that helps with mental clarity. So yes, you might actually feel more focused as long as you're not daydreaming about food.
Okay, let's be honest, intermittent fasting isn't the holy grail for everyone. So here are some pros. So steadier energy, fewer crashes, you have better blood sugar control and fewer cravings when you do intermittent fasting, fewer meals to plan and fewer dishes to wash.
And now the cons. If you struggle with low blood sugar, this might not be for you. You may end up overeating in your eating window, so if you eat too many calories, it might defeat the purpose of intermittent fasting once you're able to eat in that small window. So you want to make sure not to go overboard when you can eat. And if you're pregnant, nursing, or have certain medical conditions, you want to skip intermittent fasting until your provider okays it.
Fasting is a tool. It's a customizable way to lose weight and maintain your health.
Exactly. Choose a schedule that fits your rhythm, not someone else's.
So every month this year, I've done fasting, like a corporate fast. It's a group fast where we fast and pray the first 3 days of every month. So fasting has a lot of health benefits and also a lot of spiritual benefits too, like getting closer to God. So most months we fast from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then eat raw fruits and vegetables during our feeding time. And then other months we might do a straight water fast. So no food, just water for 72 hours. And we do a lot of praying and reading the Bible, just getting, closer to God. It's like a reset for your whole body, mind, and spirit. After fasting, I can tell my body has done a lot of healing. I don't feel as much inflammation in my body. I have less pain, more mental clarity, and peace. If you want to know more about prayer and fasting, type in fasting in the comments below.
All right, let's talk about one of my favorite parts, the skin glow up. A lot of people with acne actually have insulin resistance, which can increase androgen hormones, and it leads to more sebum and more breakouts. When fasting helps stabilize insulin, inflammation drops, and your skin can finally get a chance to heal.
Plus, autophagy again. It's like your skin cell saying, okay, let's clean up this place. And for healing, especially after surgeries or injuries, some studies show that fasting may reduce oxidative stress, helping tissues repair more efficiently.
Fasting can also support natural growth hormone production, which helps with fat metabolism, muscle repair, and overall vitality. So you're not just skipping breakfast, you're giving your body a chance to reset, repair, and rejuvenate. So when I first learned about intermittent fasting, at the time we worked night shift, right? Our shift was a 12-hour shift. So by default, if you're really busy at work, you don't really have time to eat, and sometimes you just want to sleep because it was night shift. So by the time I got done with my shift, I realized I had already fasted for like 16 hours. So it actually made it easy that way, to go that whole stretch without eating. So I think it's easier when you're really busy because you're distracted. The only tricky part as night shift nurses, is that when you get off night shift and you have to go back to your regular day shift schedule, it's figuring out the timing of it.
Yeah. So are you doing intermittent fasting now that we're not on night shift anymore?
I do. Now that we're on a regular day shift schedule, it's easier to keep track of the exact times that I'm gonna fast and then eat for. It's more
Mhm.
consistent. Yeah. So I'll try to intermittent fast at least a couple days a week.
Yeah, I know. I think
Mhm.
it's more doable once you have like a consistent sleep schedule. You're not like flip-flopping day shift and night shift.
Mhm.
So I think it's just easier to maintain it that way. So what do you eat when you're going to break your fast? Is there certain things that you eat?
Yeah, so to break my fast, I choose high protein foods initially. So usually I'll go to cheese and then I'll do like avocado. Um, and then I try not to do bread right away, even if it's like right there. I try to skip the sweets or high sugar content foods like juice or fruits. But yeah, usually cheese is like my go-to, or avocado if I have it.
Hmm.
Yeah, what about you?
I do the same. I try to eat something, yeah, like high protein or yeah, low carb. I don't try to eat bread as my first meal. I'll eat yogurt, like blueberries, strawberries, pumpkin seeds, or I'll
Mm-hmm.
have like bone broth. I'll break my fast with that. If we have kimchi, I might eat some kimchi. Yeah. So something with probiotics, something that's good for your gut.
As promised, here are some tips so you're not suffering through your fasting window. Tip 1, hydrate. You want to sip water, black coffee, or green tea.
Tip 2, start slow. You can start off with a 12-hour fast before jumping into a 16/8 fast. Tip 3, sleep smart. Better sleep, better fasting results. And yes, our copper pillowcase can absolutely help with that with your beauty rest. You can purchase our silk copper pillowcase at pennyandlee.com.
Tip 4, you want to stay busy. Read, walk, journal, or listen to us here at the Cozy Catch Up. Tip 5, listen to your body. Fasting should feel supportive, not stressful.
If you want an intermittent fasting guide, click on the link below for our ebook. All right, it's time for a lightning round. Are you ready, Steph?
Ready?
Okay, all right. Coffee or tea when fasting?
I'll drink actually both. I'll start with coffee, but I'll keep it black. And then I always drink matcha and I will have green tea throughout the day.
Break your fast with eggs or fruit.
I love eggs. So yes, eggs all the way, scrambled. And yeah, that's it. That's what I like to do. Is protein, no fruit for me. So Leah, would you rather fast for 16 hours or give up caffeine for a week?
I would rather fast for 16 hours than give up my caffeine. I need my caffeine.
Same. All right, coffee or tea when fasting?
Well, neither. When I do fast, I try not to drink coffee or tea until after I break my fast. So I'll just do water straight up.
I've tried doing that, except I get headaches if I don't drink coffee. I think my body's just so adjusted to caffeine that if I go, a few hours beyond when I usually drink my coffee, I'll just have a migraine all day, which is sad. I don't want to be dependent on coffee, but I have to.
How many how many cups of coffee do you drink a day?
I just drink one and then I'll just have a cup of green tea,
Mhm.
after that. I don't go overboard with my coffee, but I don't know. I think my body's just
Mhm.
so used to it.
You need your
So.
fix.
I do. I want to try to wean and see if I can, not be so dependent on coffee, but it's
Mhm.
hard because I love it so much. And do you break your fast with eggs or fruit?
Oh, if I had to choose, I'd do the eggs. I like breaking my fast with protein.
So, whether you're fasting for focus, for fitness, or for that skin glow, remember balance is the real magic.
If you learned something new, share this with a friend who's curious about fasting or just needs a little motivation today. We want to hear from you. Drop any health topics you want us to cover next.
And if you're enjoying the cozy catch up, hit like, subscribe, and join the family. Till next time, bye.
Bye.